Hey guys, today we're going to take a walk down memory lane and look at our cosplay history. I'm Kyoko.
And I'm Zafira. Okay, so let's start with our first official cosplay.
Yeah, the first cosplay that we wore to a convention.
And that was Death Parade. And it was in 2014?
2015.
15, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I cosplayed Dekim from Death Parade and you cosplayed Nona. So here's the first picture.
Yeah, and we didn't sew too much on those cosplays. I think you did the apron.
Yes.
And the little brooch thing. And I did the straps for the pants and painted the shoes and styled the wig and stuff like that. But,
yes.
Yeah, not too much that we had to do.
I remember the first 5 minutes at the convention area, and it was so overwhelming.
Yeah.
People asking for pictures, which we would never thought possible, because you can see it's not the best cosplay we did, but it was a lot of fun.
I'm really glad I didn't do any makeup, and then Zafira came to me and was like, "Don't you want to do some makeup?" And I was like, So she did some eyeliner, and I'm really happy that I am at least wearing some eyeliner. Just looks better in my opinion for cosplays.
Definitely.
Our little baby cosplay face.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we actually took part in something called a Cosplay Happening, which was like a mini cosplay contest for everyone. It was very spontaneous. We just went there, went on stage, did a little twirl on stage, and it was fun, but it was
really awkward. I was so awkward. And I think you can already tell at the first few photos, I'm not very good at posing in cosplay. And my face is always off. It's just, I don't know, I'm not very photogenic.
How old were you?
13 or 14?
Little baby.
But I think the cosplays don't look bad.
For the first, and since we didn't do much ourselves, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so, obviously it was like a rush the first time, so we decided, okay, Animagic, it was the Animagic, was so much fun, we need to go next year, and we did.
Okay, so we went to the Animagic again the next year, and we upped our cosplay game. And
you especially.
I did Chika from the Coffin Princess, and I think it's still one of my favorite cosplays. I just think it turned out really, really nice, and it was completely hand sewn by me and our mother, and just have a lot of fun memories of it. We did some funny stuff for the sleeves. I used clothing line or whatever it's called, the thing you put clothes on for drying, and connected them with like aquarium cables or something. It was kind of funny, but it worked out very well actually. So yeah,
you did Chika and I did Mayuri from Steins, and this was kind of like a 2 weeks cosplay, because actually I wanted to do Munakata from K, the anime, but it turned out so ugly, and I was so down that it didn't look the way I wanted it to look. So I decided I'm doing something different, and they announced that a couple of people from the anime Steins were at the convention, so I decided to just do a quick Mayuri cosplay. And I think it looks nice. I'm happy with how it turned out
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wore the Chika cosplay to another little local convention here. I'm still awful at posing.
Each time at the Animagic there's a professional cosplay photo stand where you can take pictures. That's where these came from. Sometimes they're not the best pictures because we're not very photogenic, obviously. But I have to say, this was a very comfy cosplay.
Yeah, and I think it looks very good.
Yeah, and here we did a photo shoot ourselves in the forest.
Yeah, and I think it's a very nice location that we chose. with the ivy on the trees and stuff. It's really pretty.
But the camera was not the best, obviously. It looks...
This is actually one of my favorite cosplay photos. I really like it. I don't know why, but I think I don't look awkward in it.
I think we made a video of the photo.
Yeah.
And on the way to the location, she lost her bonnet.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
I should have fixed the heart at the front. It's a little bit wonky, but...
I have fond memories of this anyway.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Next up, we have our Inuyasha cosplays.
And that's Teshima was one of your dream cosplays, wasn't it?
Yes, it was really one of the things that I always wanted to do, but since I haven't been into cosplay before, never did it. And yeah, since we already started cosplaying, now was the time to finally tackle this beast. And at the time, I was very happy with how it turned out. Looking back at the pictures now, I'm kind of... the wig is horrible. And I could at least have ironed my pants, but I did not.
Yeah, I'm kind of... I don't know how I feel about the Sango one as well. I think some parts are very cool and very nice. But other parts, like the armor on the shoulders, is a completely different color than the leather pieces at the front and at the boots. I should have shaded them a little bit. But one thing I think is really nice, can you go back to the other picture, is that the embroidery is actually real embroidery that our mother did on the cosplay. So that's really cool. And I like how the button turned out.
This button?
Yeah.
I actually made a video about... a couple of videos about all of this... about all of the pieces I made. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun, but it was a very tedious process, especially the pattern on his sleeves. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was actually the first time that we worked with Wobbler as well. And I think you can definitely tell, because the sword is just so crooked.
Oh, and you made the boomerang!
Yeah, I made it in life size, and this is the only picture I have with that stupid thing, because obviously I couldn't take it into the
convention area.
So yeah, it wasn't really worth it doing it, but okay, I did it.
But you can't see your wonky sword.
Yeah,
it's no one here. And the fun thing about my wig is, I had to sew 2 wigs together, which was also pain in the ass. But it was necessary. But on the other hand, it made my wig very heavy, and it always kept pushing back, and I had to readjust it all the time. Yeah, so that's why the wig, it's not the best looking wig.
Yeah,
and the makeup...
My Sango wig looks a little bit weird as well, because it's a bob wig and a clip-on ponytail. So sometimes, in some photos, I think it looks very good. In others, like this, it looks a little bit like, I don't know, what's the hairstyle. But it's fine.
It was fine.
I think overall they still look fine.
Fine. Next up, we have one of my favorite cosplays I ever did. And it was the year after Inuyasha?
Yeah, 2018.
Yes. And I did my Xena cosplay, Warrior Princess, since I'm a 90s kid. Childhood hero. Had to make this cosplay, and I'm very, very proud of it. To this day. I think it turned out very nice.
Yeah, I think you really did a great job on it.
Yes, and you did?
Sakura from...
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem, yeah. And
Fates,
yeah. And actually, I planned to do Musa from Wings Club in her Enchantix outfit, but I didn't feel too comfortable with it because it's very little clothing. So yeah, I changed it to to Sakura, and I don't know. It's not my favorite cosplay. It's not bad, but it's just the shoes were super uncomfortable. I remember that. Oh. My feet were so bloody after those 3 days. And you can actually see the Velcro because one of my symbols, one of those gold symbols,
fell off?
Fell off, yeah.
But I think it doesn't look bad.
No, it's okay, but yeah. There are just some things I don't really like about it. For example, on the tights, she would actually wear thigh highs, and I bought stockings and just painted on the red thing, but you can see that it's tights and not... but yeah, I don't know. It still looks fine.
Yeah, here we are in front of the entrance. It was very crowded.
Like always, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the Rosengarten in Mannheim is very, very beautiful. Unfortunately, last year it was a huge construction site.
Yeah, and I was so excited because I had a cosplay which was bare feet, and I was so excited to finally take pictures in that fountain, and I couldn't because they were... It was on a construction.
So disappointing. I remember that.
We have never taken any nice pictures there, actually. It's so sad.
That's true. Yeah. So that's it. There was a guy that did some semi or professional pictures of my cosplay, which I'm very happy about because, yeah, I'm very, very proud of this one.
Yeah. And I'm not the greatest photographer. So it's nice when someone does it who has a little bit more
that's true.
experience.
So that's 2018.
Yes.
Let's jump into
2019.
Was it 19? It was before Corona.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
the last thing before Corona. And it was our Resident Evil cosplay.
And I think that's actually another one of my favorites. I really, really love it.
Yeah, mine too. Okay, so since we're obviously very, very big fans of the franchise and Resident Evil 2 is our favorite. And I think, was it the year it came out or the year after?
I think
the remake came out. I'm not sure.
I think it was the year when it came out. But we started beforehand, yeah. And I think actually when we started I wasn't too big into Resident Evil. I think I only played Darkside Chronicles. Then you sat me down and was like, I want to do this. Let's play all the games. Obviously I really like them. Those cosplays. And this is actually, I think it's my all-time favorite cosplay picture that we have.
A fun thing. Leon wears Tuesday shirts. This is so funny.
Yeah.
On a Thursday or Saturday?
On a Saturday, I think. Or on a Friday, yeah. I don't know. That's the one thing I learned from that cosplay. If I have to wear black socks, I only wear black socks.
Yeah, and here we recruited our parents to join us as zombies, and I think they had a lot of fun doing this. Although they were hesitant at first, but I think they had a lot of fun.
I think so too, yeah. And we actually took some last-minute photos after the convention in front of our hotel.
In the parking lot.
Yeah. But I think that occasion actually fits.
Yeah, it fits. It's really nice. Yeah, there are some of my favorite cosplay pics we ever took. I really like this one.
And here you can see your vest from the back.
Yes. My version here is more like a mix of the retro outfit from the original RE2 and Darkside Chronicles. It's kind of a mishmash, but yeah.
And I use Darkside Chronicles as a reference as well. And I think a little bit of the 2 outfit in Resident Evil 4. But yeah.
Your pants are a bit short.
Yeah, that's yeah. A little bit short. And I think the halter for the weapon was really annoying as well because it's from like a fake wobbler thing, so it's very stiff and it always moved in ways it shouldn't. But
and what we haven't told yet, we were so excited about this cosplay and bought us some soft air guns to accompany our cosplay. But we haven't thought ahead much because you're not allowed to wear those kind of weapons in public in Germany.
Yeah.
A lot of people do so anyway, but we didn't want to get in trouble. So.
Yeah, especially because most of those things have those orangey plastic things, so you see that it's not a real weapon, but obviously I thought, no, that looks stupid for the cosplay picture, so I want especially one that doesn't have those things. So yeah, no chance of taking them without risking some consequences, so we left them at home. But yeah, they still live somewhere in the back of my closet.
Mine too.
But actually the flashlight really worked. So
that's true.
A cool thing.
Yeah, and we made almost anything ourselves. I bought the shoes, obviously, because I'm not making shoes. And I bought the, turtleneck t-shirt or something? And some, like, biker shorts. But, yeah, I made everything myself here on the rest. I made the shorts, the vest, the gloves.
Yeah, I also did pretty much everything besides the hoodie thing, pullover or whatever. The shoes and the gloves, I didn't do those. Yeah. And I think the wig color is actually very nice. And it's one of my best quality wigs. And it was very cheap. It was a $20 wig. And it even has like some fake skin at the top and stuff. It's really, really high quality for such a cheap wig. That was really, a lucky buy.
Yeah, I think... and you can pull it off. You can pull off the male characters. Much better than I do. I really like this picture.
Yeah.
And that's just a picture in daylight. I think it was before the
I think so. I still really like those cosplays.
Yeah, and here we are on the way to the cosplay convention. Since we are wearing glasses, and not wearing contacts because I can't.
I can't.
I just can't. Well. We just take off our glasses for our pictures and stuff. But wear the glasses
on the con. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but yeah. Best way for us, at least. In this lighting, my makeup looks horrible. I look really dirty on the face and very orange.
Okay, and now let's move ahead to after Corona, the first convention after the pandemic.
2 years apart, I think.
Yes, and we did our Shield Hero cosplays. I was Raftalia, you were Philo.
Yeah.
And it was in 2022.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yes, last year. Yes, and here actually we did everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we haven't told it, but Sakura Xena was all...
Yeah, pretty much we have done all our cosplays ourselves.
Yes.
I think it turned out really nice. And I think those are actually we used some of the nicest materials on those cosplay, especially the fabrics were really... we put a lot of effort into choosing nice fabrics. I really like the linen kind of things you use for the dress.
Yeah, it's one thing I really... it's one thing that really is important to me is the... Texture of the fabric. I need to touch my fabric. I need to feel how it feels.
Yeah,
so but buying online, it's always a gamble. But I did buy everything online, I think, for the fabrics, and that was really nice fabric. And yours was as well. It was soft.
Yeah, especially what was a little bit sad was that I didn't have enough fabric to do the jacket out of the same material as the dress, because the fabric from the dress was amazing. It was the softest cotton fabric I have ever felt in my life. The blue fabric from the bow and on the jacket was really nice as well.
Yeah, and this was the first time I bought a character wig. But we needed to do a lot of styling. You cut my wig in shape because it was way too long. And another thing I did was dyeing faux fur, which was a mess. Let's just say it was a mess. The kitchen downstairs looks like
sprinkled,
marmor. It was a mess, but
marble,
it worked. And the tail, it stank like hell.
Yeah.
The color is so smelly. It's
I also did the first time I did some more crazy wig styling with the whoop. I think it looked really nice. And the wings. Okay. But those are actually the first cosplays that we ever sold.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think they look really nice.
They look decent. But since we fell out of love with the franchise, we decided to sell those cosplays, which we normally don't do.
I have all the other cosplays. These are the only ones that we sold.
Okay, so now we have a couple of random
older pics and
And this was actually the first cosplay I ever made, which is Xerxes Break from Pandora Hearts. You also did
Alice from Pandora Hearts, but sadly we don't have the pictures anymore. We did some really crappy pictures in our backyard, but we don't have them anymore. Oh,
yeah, which
so
is
sad.
Very sad. And I have to say, it doesn't look too bad.
No, I think it looks...
It actually looks decent.
I think your makeup looks kind of cool as well.
Yeah, and you did the Chaka, you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. I think I wore your Xerxes cosplay for some other convention one time as well.
Yeah, I think it is. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Oh.
Yeah, and there was the Animaharu in near where we lived. Or used to live, or live.
Yeah,
whatever.
And I did the Gumi Magnet cosplay with a friend of mine back then. And it looked awful. I don't know. I hate it. I don't think it suits me at all. I don't like the wig color on me, and the pose is awkward as always.
Yeah, because you are a giant and your friend is like tiny.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, and this one wasn't actually self-made. The only thing I made was the headphones and the belt thing. The other things were all stuff from my closet. But yeah. Not my favorite.
Just like a simple...
Yeah, it was like...
fan meetup. Anime fan meetup or something like that. So.
And we wanted to do something together, so we...
Yeah. And I just did my Sesshomaru cosplay again. And I think they had a little contest.
Yeah, and I think you won actually.
I think I won something. I'm not sure. I think 3rd place or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun again. So, yeah, here we are again.
Yeah.
The good old...
hallway pictures.
But I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are again. Yeah, and here we have our cosplays for this year. So they're all just...
hallway pictures?
Yeah. And yeah, I'm going to do Severus Snape from Harry Potter.
Yeah. I think your makeup looks really, really good.
Thanks. I put a lot of effort into it. I watched a lot of Drag King and transsexual makeup tutorials and stuff, so I think that really helped. Yeah, I really liked the cosplay. The only thing that was a little bit annoying was the fabric for the cape thing. It was horrible. But yeah, I really like it and I'm really excited to wear it.
I can't wait because I'm doing Bellatrix. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this and I had the same fabric as you and I had no problems at all. But this one, you can see my video about it. It was a pain in the ass. Again, the patterns and stuff. Oh, yeah, it was awful.
I'm excited to wear
I'm
them.
very happy about them. There are a couple of things I need to adjust. For example, the wig. This hairstyle needs to be on the other side and stuff. Yeah. But I can't wait because we're doing some kind of a group cosplay. We recruited our parents again and our little nephew, which is going to be Harry Potter. And that's going to be so cute. I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're going to have so much fun. That's our little cosplay memory lane.
Yeah. There are a few things, like I have an Attack on Titan cosplay, but I never really wore it. I wore it for Halloween one year, but I don't have any pictures of it, so yeah. That's pretty much everything that's relevant in our cosplay history.
What do you think about our cosplays? I think it's fun. It's fun to look back at those first things and to see some things that you are still very proud about, like my Xena cosplay or your Chika cosplay. Yeah. So let us know if you are into cosplay, what were cosplays you did, and what are cosplays you really, really want to do. What's on your bucket list? Please let us know what's on your bucket list.
Still Musa from Wings Club. I really, really want to do her, and I think it's probably going to be the next thing I do because it's pretty simple and Lord of the Rings. I want to do Sauron, but it's going to be so hard.
On my bucket list is the Witch King of Angmar from Lord of the Rings as well. I just love his design. And I really, really want to do Edward Scissorhands one day. So, yeah, we'll see when the time is right. But let us know if you like this video. Please subscribe to our channel. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. We're almost there, so please push the button. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye.